Yeah, the Cougars in that second half, 18 to 37, so they jumped from 36% to 48% in the second half. And the Rams, conversely, 41% in the first half, fell to 9 to 31, 29% in the second half. Coach Grove joining us here, and boy, you got to love the effort in the second half.
Second half, we got back to playing the way we need to play. That's for sure. You know, we just talked. We just seemed a little bit lethargic in the first half. You know, we didn't get off to a good start. The first 5 minutes were pretty poor. We missed a lot of easy shots, and so we just talked at halftime. You know, it wasn't a big rah-rah or anything. It was just, okay, let's get back to playing the way we want to play. Let's just relax. Let's go out there and do it with the defensive end first. And we wanted to come out and attack a little bit, so we went to our trapping stuff defensively. And that seemed to get us going, which was exactly what we needed. And then we get turnovers, and then we get easy run-outs on that. So it all just kind of runs together. So we got to playing the way we want to play, and it was a very good second 20 minutes there for us tonight.
Were you a little surprised how North Central did hang with you in the first half?
No, actually, because they can play. I mean, it's just a matter of 28 points for them in the half wasn't a bad defensive effort for us. It just looked not so good because we just weren't executing and scoring on the offensive end. So had we made some of those shots we typically do make, I think it would have been a little bit more of a spread. But, you know, give North Central a lot of credit. I mean, they don't back down to anybody. They play hard. They what they did was they took advantage of any mistake we made in the first half. You know, if there was a ball that we got tipped but didn't steal, they got it back and scored. Jamie High had a real nice first half for them, and we had to adjust a little bit with her in the second half. But they're a good, solid basketball team, and so no, I wasn't a bit surprised, but I was pleased with the way we came out intensely the second half.
I really feel the depth. I mentioned it here. The fact that you brought 5 in, and you were fresh legs. I really think that they looked really tired in the second half, and there were times that you guys just really took advantage of it because of your fresh legs and the depth on the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. We kept pressuring and getting out and running, and we, like you say, we're able to do that with fresh bodies. I feel very confident in those 10 that we put in the game. I think they all bring something different and something unique and special to the game. You know, J-Lo comes in and does what J-Lo does, and she comes in and scores. Corey Becker had a great night off the bench tonight, which she does, you know, driving the ball and that nice little pull-up. And she's been a consistent three-point shooter for us, one of the top in the league. So she's just done great, and very, very happy with our depth and very secure putting any of them in at any point in the game. I just think we do a great job with that, and if we can keep fresh bodies on the floor, we can continue to play the way we want to play, and that's up-tempo.
All right, and of course the third string coming in at the end there and getting some valuable minutes and running the system for you.
Absolutely, they did very well. You know, the key, and it's tough. It's tough to do that. You know, you sit the whole time and come in and you know, we expect them to be perfect as well. You know, the key is that you go in there and don't turn the ball over. You know, take advantage of what you got and try not to foul defensively, and they go in and do a pretty darn good job. So it was fun to see. It's fun to see them put a couple points on the board. That's always good, and it's just nice to get everybody in the game.
All right, so yeah, one developing game of note here with a minute or so to go. Martin Luther leading St. Scholastica 60-50.
Wow, yeah, and those are two very evenly matched teams. I think I was reading through some information this week. I think they've split season series each of the last 3 or 4 years. So I believe that game is down in New Ulm, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah, we know what a difficult place that is to play. So not really a surprising score. Maybe at the 10-point difference. You always assume those are going to be very, very close games, and I'll bet the game was. But I'm never surprised to see Martin Luther winning at home because they played very well there.
Yeah. And a little scare for Jamie High late in the game here, but she appears to be okay. Any word on it?
Well, we had a chance to talk with her a little bit after the game, and she said it was her hand. She thankfully did not hit her head. I think that was one thing we were very worried about originally, was that she maybe hit her head against the wall. That did not happen. It was hand, so hopefully she's going to be fine. I guess they'll know a little bit later to see how sore it is and things, but it was her left hand wrist area that I think was the issue, and we certainly hope the best for her. She makes that team go and does a great job, and we certainly don't want to see them without her. So hopefully she'll be good to go. Okay,
well that sets us up for another showcase game tomorrow, the UMAC Game of the Week with Northwestern.
Yeah, and Northwestern is going to be awfully good, obviously. You know, they come in and we're assuming They probably won tonight. He comes in with a pair of 6-0 teams tomorrow, and they're going to do what Northwestern does. They're going to play 40 minutes of zone defense and force us to make shots, and they're going to spread the floor and execute the heck out of the ball on offense. So we certainly have our work cut out for us tomorrow because they can score everywhere on the floor, inside and out. I believe they're the leading three-point shooting team in the league. I think we're pretty good at that too, but they come in, I believe, even ahead of us in that category. So we know we're going to have to defend the three-point line. But with that, then we have to make sure we finish possessions and rebounds. So those are going to be a couple keys for tomorrow. I know just going in is making sure we're defending the three and limiting them to one shot. And if we can do those things, like anything else, I feel good about our chances. We're at the stage in these conference games where if we play well, we should win the game. And so that's nice going in. But they're a team where if we play less than our best, they can absolutely come in here and beat us tomorrow. So we're going to have to show up and be ready to play.
Okay, last we have on that, well, just updated here, so let's get there. Northwestern leading Crown 69-52, 3 minutes left in that one.
Okay, yeah, solid game. And again, we talked about Crown last week too. They're playing better and better. And so again, and that's down at their place. So, the score doesn't surprise me. And either way, Northwestern's going to come in ready to go tomorrow. Should set up for a great ball game.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You get to turn around and go down to Crown here pretty soon.
Yeah, I guess that'll be Tuesday. I think if I've got that right.
That is right.
We finish out this half here tomorrow, and then we start the second half with our trip down to Crown Tuesday night. So the week changes a little bit, and first things first tomorrow. But then once we turn the page on that, win or lose, we're going to have to be ready for a very scrappy and much improved Crown team. So we'll certainly deal with that when the time comes, and focus on Northwestern for now.
Okay. Mary, anything final to add or ask?
Nope, we're looking forward to the matchup tomorrow night. Conference, like you said, conference game of the week, and seeing how that unfolds tomorrow.
Should be fun.
Yep, should be a good time.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay, Tim, thanks for joining us.
You bet. Ian, I hope you're doing better, buddy. We'll see you soon.
All right.